So, this has been pretty heavily requested. So, as I said I'd do it, I'm doing it. Welcome to another video, guys, and today we're going to be doing my room tour 2021. So, hello and welcome back to another video, guys. Now, that's right, today, as I say, we're going to be doing my room tour 2021, because there'll probably be more in the future, maybe one a year, who knows where we're going to go from here. But yeah, so this has been quite heavily requested, so I'm going to go around my whole room today. I'm going to show you all what's going on in here. You know, you guys know me, I'm a big collector, so there's a lot of stuff in here, as you can already see. I'm a big collector in many aspects. Most people here know me as Movie Guy. You can already tell behind me. But there's also a lot of other stuff in here as well. I love my music. So there's loads of music. There's some games. In terms of just any kind of media format along those lines, there's a lot of it in my room. There's even a few books. So yeah, I'm just going to take you around. I'm going to try and film this video a bit differently as to how I normally do it. I didn't want to walk around with a camera and just sort of hold the camera up and go, here's these Blu-rays. So I'm going to try and stay in front of the camera for a lot of it as well. But of course, before we do actually get started in my room, there is a little section outside of my room. So we're going to start there and we're going to make our way in. And here we are, the hallway. This is where it sort of all starts in my room. Let me bring the camera around. As you can see, the entrance, but we've got this huge new case here. We pull the door to, no, there's at least poor lighting. So, we've got this new huge case here. Bought this off Amazon. I would not recommend this to anyone. This case is absolutely awful. As you can sort of see, if I pull the camera down, it's sort of been put together in two halves. You can see where it's joint there. Really poor design. Yeah, it's just not that good. And I've had to actually put a bolt on the top of this one to connect it to the wall. Which, if I pull it up here, you can see there. Because Blu-ray stands I normally find you can leave a lot of them freestanding. Because they're not, the ones in my room are freestanding. They're, Blu-rays aren't heavy. So, and here in the UK, we're not getting earthquakes and stuff. So, they're normally good. But this is just such a flimsy, crappy design. I mean, it's solid now because I've really wedged it to the wall and stuff and put some extra screws in and stuff. But it's a poor design. But anyway, this here is sort of my... I can't really get the tripod here at a great angle. So let me put it there. This here is sort of where a lot of the Blu-rays go that I don't want to get rid of because I love them. But space is an issue. Some subscriber mail comes out here as well, like films that I haven't watched yet. So ones that I'm a bit unsure on, that I have yet to get around to watching. Like this one here, which was sent to me. Still haven't watched this film, so I'm not sure if it's good enough to go in my collection yet. So I'm going to watch it at some point, and then if I like it enough, it will go out there. But there's also some other stuff out here. I got a Ray and Finn model here. Finn's just over here. Sequel characters can go out here. All the prequels and original trilogy characters get the honour of going in the room. And of course, my big Thanos head, my piggy bank. I am going to get a little poster to go behind him here as well. I don't know what poster to do yet. I don't know whether to go Marvel, because obviously it's Thanos, or to do something else. I won't do Star Wars because I've already got enough Star Wars stuff in my room, as you'll see. But yeah, so there'll be a little poster there as well. Also, above my door, which is empty at the minute, I have a little something to go up. I got this, which I got given, maths, 6 years ago now, for my 18th birthday. So I'm going to put this above my door. So yeah, there's still a couple bits to go on out here and stuff, just to make it a bit more complete. But yeah, there's still some pretty cool movies out here for sure. I've got like my old Star Wars box there, which I couldn't get rid of because it's memories. I remember buying that. And I've got like some American imports of some of the Star Wars movies, and some naughty Blu-rays like the holiday special. But as I say, there's some great films here. We've got Sicario 2. let me try and find some other ones. We got like the Maze Runner films here out in the hallway. So yeah, there's still some really good stuff out here. Some films I do really enjoy. You know, I could just keep pulling out some good ones here. There's still not really any bad stuff here. I mean, there's a couple dodgy films, but you know, it's mostly still good stuff out here. It's just space is the issue. And then, of course, before you go into my room, we got The Office. Incredible show. So, what we're going to do is we're going to work our way around from this side and we're going to pan around the room. I'm going to show you everything that's going on in here because there's so much stuff in here. I really am happy with my room now. I've just realised I forgot to have a little dust up by my turntable. So you might have to forgive me about that. But I'm really happy with everything now. You know, I have been waiting a while. I know the hallway stuff isn't quite finished, but I'm not too fussed about that. But in here, in this room, I've finally sort of got everything where I want it. And I'm just so happy with it. You know, I'm incredibly lucky. I'm so grateful to have the things I have. So let's take a look. So starting off here, we got my wall of music. So my records actually start over there, and they go down to E over there. I think it ends on the Electric Light Orchestra, for those of you who are familiar with them. So here it picks up with F, and we go all the way through in alphabetical order by artist. So there's a lot of cool stuff here. I'll pull the camera over, and we can have a look at a couple. So F, you know, who better to talk about than Fleetwood Mac, one of the greatest bands of all time, and it's one of their best albums, Rumours. I have nearly all their albums. I'm missing 2, I think, from before Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks joined. What else have we got here? I'll pull this out because this is an incredibly special album to me. All Things Must Pass by Mr. George Harrison. I won't go all the way over to the side there, but there's a lot of newer stuff here as well as like some Keane, which I really like. You know, we got a bit of everything going on here. Here's one which I'm sure a lot of people here in the UK are gonna like. We got a lot of madness. I've got all their albums but one. I think it's something. It's got a weird title like Oi 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 Oi, something like that, from the early 2010s. I think a lot of Paul McCartney. I love me some Paul McCartney. Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds, some Tom Petty, Robert Plant with Led Zeppelin, of course. Some U2, you know, there's a lot of cool stuff, and of course I'll hold this up, why not, Christmas is on the way, just to show that I do like some new modern music as well. We'll go see with some Christmas there. So there's a real lot of variety of music here, dating all the way back to, probably say the 50s, I've got some Buddy Holly, all the way through to today. I got a couple new albums last week. Yeah, so there's a real variety here. But then, of course, we don't just have music here. Well, I'm going to show you some more music first, actually. Pan the camera down the bottom here. We've got my soundtracks. So, yeah, this is probably a bit more what you guys are like. So in here, I've got a lot of scores too. No Star Wars in there. Star Wars is separate. But I've got, for example, some Game of Thrones. Let me see if I can pull some out. They're a bit tight down here. I've sort of run out of room in there, but we got like some Game of Thrones there, so you can see. And then lots of sing-along stuff. Like I've got both Mamma Mia soundtracks. Star is Born, I just recently added, which my sister got me for my birthday. In the Heights. Lots of Disney stuff down there. So yeah, there's just a lot, and then there's also a couple box sets down there as well, just on the end here. Ones which I've sort of run out of room, couldn't put them anywhere else. There's like a Buddy Holly set and an Elvis Presley one. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff there. But then on the top row up here, it's not records. Let me see if I can extend this tripod. There we go. Lovely jubbly. So up here, tilt the camera up a bit more. We got quite a bit going on. So here we've got my Star Wars comics, because I love reading comics. I'm a big comic fan as well. And of course, Star Wars is my thing. I love me some Star Wars. So we got quite a few comics going on here. Let me move. Got my Vader pop. going to move him out of the way for a minute. This is probably my favourite one. This is Darth Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith. My favourite Star Wars comic I've read. But there's a lot of really cool ones in here. There's a couple of rare ones as well. Trying to remember which one here is. It's this one. This is quite hard to get. But still, really good read. Actually, Marvel have this really cool app, which my friend Ryan has signed up for, and he's giving me an account. Where you just pay like £6 a month. You've got access to every Marvel comic ever. And of course, Marvel are writing these Star Wars comics, so you've got all of them on there. Really recommend doing that. Got some smaller comics, some smaller issues, example. And then I've got my art books for Star Wars. So we've got the Clone Wars, the original trilogy, the Mandalorian, all the sequel trilogy. And, you know, they look really nice together on the spines. See if I can pull the camera up here. See, they look really good on the spines there, the sequel trilogy, even with Mandalorian. I'll admit they match really nicely there. We got the making of Star Wars, the making of The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, Art, Fallen Order, couple other Star Wars books here. This big boy here is the exclusive limited edition art book to Rebels. And then here is the Star Wars soundtracks. You've got all 6 original soundtracks in here. A New Hope, 40th anniversary. And so many different copies, variants of the soundtracks. We've got like some exclusive colour pressings there. Some Mondo ones. We've got loads. And it goes all the way up to here. And we've got laser discs of the original trilogy. That's not special editions. That's the original cuts, how they were in cinema. Then we got the special editions here in this beautiful box. And then just some more music here, which I sort of ran out of room for. So you got a couple nice John Lennon sets, Sgt. Pepper, McCartney, got a bit of Kate Bush, and some Phil Collins. And there's Batman who needs a dusting. But, of course, we got up the top here as well. This is where all my little models go. They sort of go around the corner as well. So there's a few bits up there. A lot of stuff up here was gifts, which is really cool. But there's some stuff up here I bought myself, but it's just not a lot of randomness, to be honest, but I quite like it. So you got lots of Doctor Who, Star Wars, Disney, Peter Rabbit, which was a gift. Little Mjolnir here, which was a keychain, but it broke, so I put it up here. Lilo and Stitch, one of my favourite things there in the room. Got a BB-8, couple Jadoon. So yeah, there's just a lot of really cool stuff up there, which I really like. And as I say, I like the randomness of it as well. So let me bring the tripod back down. Oh, hang on, it's been a bit awkward. There we are, and I'll pop you guys back in. And we'll continue working our way round. Bed, Pikachu, who sleeps on my bed. And honestly, it's one of the coolest things I've ever bought, this Pikachu. It's a giant plush. It's super soft. I love it. It's incredible. I'm not the biggest. I like Pokemon, I do, but I'm not like I got a lot of friends who played Pokemon a lot growing up, whereas I didn't. But I do like me some Pokemon, and it looks super adorable. And me and 3 of my mates all got them at the same sort of time, so we all have different Pokemon in our room. I am the basic bitch. I did go for Pikachu, but that's sort of me with Pokemon. I'm not the most knowledgeable of people on it. Now, let me move the tripod again. Bring it down. I'll prop it up here. So, corner of my room here, starting with my little Godzilla area. I mean, there's a King Kong poster there just because I wanted to mix it up a bit. But yeah, this is great, this area. So, I've got my King Kong. I've got an original movie poster there for the 1954 Godzilla. And then I'm not really sure what movie this one's from. It might just be a fan art poster, but I love it. I had to get it printed and made up. The Criterion Collection box set of the Showa era films. And this guy here, who people might remember from my Cardiff video, because that's where I picked him up in Cardiff. But then you come down, and I'm back, unfortunately. So yeah, this is where the records start here. So I'll quickly finish up on the records, the music. So you got A all the way to E. A, I'm going to pull this out, let me show this. ABBA, their new album. Seen them in concert, very excited. Where'd that come from? We come from there. Of course, Beatles. We've got original Beatle records there. I have remastered ones, which you'll see in a bit. What else we got here? Joe Bonamassa, we got some Blondie, some Eric Clapton, some Bob Dylan, some Coldplay, loads of stuff here. But before you get to the records, of course, you got all this. This is my little Marvel section here, which I really, really love. The art books here, all of them. The Incredible Hulk never got an art book, so there isn't one for that. But in here, this big one on the end, which is really heavy. I'll pull it out, You've got Iron Man, Iron Man 2, Thor, and Captain America, the First Avenger. But Iron Man, super lucky because it was the first movie. It got a, what was it, 10th anniversary, I think? Yeah, 10th anniversary set, which is really nice. I love this cover. And these art books are beautiful. As you see, I've got all of them, all the way through to Far From Home. Yeah, they haven't put one out for Black Widow and Shang-Chi yet, like not even for pre-order. So Marvel, please keep doing these. I know they're doing them for the TV shows because I got them on pre-order, but I'm going to pull out two here to show you. This is my Avengers one, and this one's pretty special because it is signed by Mr. Robert Downey Jr. So that is very, very cool. Slide that back in. And then maybe the rarest, one of the rarest pieces in my entire room is the Winter Soldier art book. Really hard to get hold of. I actually had to drive like an hour to pick this up. But yeah, very cool. And I think this one's got really hard to get as well now, actually. The Doctor Strange one. I got very lucky on this. I think I found it right as it was starting to go up in price for like £30 to £40. So I snagged it. But yeah, really, really awesome. And then of course down here we got well, this is the declassified sets for Agent Carter season 1 and 2. You can get season 1 through 5 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as well. I've got a couple Marvel soundtracks here. Actually, a lot of them are down there with the other ones, but I keep the Mondo ones here because they're very special. So we've got like Ragnarok. I've done Ragnarok, Black Panther, Ant-Man and the Wasp, and of course Black Widow. They've also done this beautiful set here, which has Infinity War and Endgame in. They sort of just slide out these beautiful covers. They're triple LP sets, beautiful colour vinyl, just really, really awesome. So yeah, that was limited edition and cost quite a bit of money, I'm not going to lie. Sorry, the sun's sort of ruining the video here a bit. Years by years, this helps me go through Marvel Comics when I want to discover something. Like when something new's coming up, for example, we got Hawkeye next week. If I wanted to learn, for example, about what comic that show is sort of based off, I can find it in here. It helps me keep up to date with the Marvel Comics, the ones I want to read. As I say, I do most of my reading on the Marvel app now, so I don't really buy many Marvel comics physically, nor Star Wars. But I do have a few here. Alias is one I really wanted to read. And this was a little bit hard to find as well. This is based off Jessica Jones season 1 because I loved it. So yeah, this was a really cool read. We got some Inhumans. We got Civil War. Also have Civil War 2 here, which really recommend. I actually really enjoyed that. I didn't think I would. But one of my... I've got Secret Wars, Age of Ultron, which is completely different to the movie. Really, really good read. Secret Invasion, which of course we'll be reading in preparation for the TV show. It's a nice big comic as well. I actually haven't got into that one yet. But my favourite comic I've read, which is the biggest one here, is Planet Hulk. I read this around the time Ragnarok came out because it's sort of loosely based on this comic. This is fantastic. Really, really, really incredible stuff. And then I also have here World War Hulk, its follow-up. And then we got some other comics here as well. We got Infinity. We've got Old Man Logan, which of course I bought in preparation, or I bought around the time the film Logan come out. And then I've also got a couple Venom comics, Guardians of the Galaxy, Daredevil, and House of M, which I bought in preparation for WandaVision. So yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff there still. But then moving on. Here we go. So, see if I can get the camera at a good angle. We got more posters. We've got Avengers Endgame. Had to have Endgame. It's one of my favourite movies ever. Yeah, this is the Mondo poster, which you just saw on the soundtrack. That's exactly where that's from. And an Aliens one. One of my favourite sequels ever. We got my Thrawn model, which is beautiful. I love this so much. Which was sent to me by the wonderful Mr. Anthony Fisher. I love it so much. So he stands right there in the middle. And Shazam! I got this on the cheap in Forbidden Planet. And Shazam is my second favourite DCEU film now. Because now, of course, we've got the Suicide Squad by James Gunn. So we've got the first row of Blu-rays here, which does come over. We'll get there. It starts off with TV series. Got my beautiful Game of Thrones 4K box set. You know, Game of Thrones, one of the greatest shows ever. Yeah, botched the ending. I know. But, you know, still some of the best TV ever in that set. Lots of other really cool stuff here. Band of Brothers, Black Sails, Peaky Blinders, Breaking Bad, Walking Dead, Sherlock, Torchwood. A lot of cool stuff. TV, these lights, which are annoying actually that they're being reflected. At night they look super cool because I'm normally sitting down here. And the light reflects all the way around the TV. And it looks awesome at night. So yeah, unfortunately because the camera's up quite high, you're seeing the direct reflection. But at night it doesn't look like that. It looks really cool. TV itself, 4K, Sony. I done a lot of research into getting a TV to make sure I got the best one for me. This is beautiful TV. I couldn't be happier with it. And then coming down, got this book here. It's an awkward size, so I just leave it sitting on the top. Little lightsaber one, because I do want to start a really good lightsaber collection from Star Wars. I already have one, which you'll see in a minute. But, you know, I know my lightsabers from Star Wars anyway, but it sort of helps me have a look in preparation for when I'm gonna buy my next one. It's my Doctor Who shelf here. I know it's bowing a bit. This shelf was already bowing before. I need to put a bit of wood in either side of the turntable to help prop it up. Still need to do that. But yeah, so you got all the classic seasons here. And then Matt Smith through to Jodie Whittaker. The David Tennant and Christopher Eccleston stuff. And Matt Smith stuff, actually. Because I only have his last two specials. They're elsewhere. You'll see them in a minute. So yeah, turntable, which, as I say, I forgot to dust. Apologies, it's not looking its best at the minute. But yeah, and underneath is my Thanos turntable head. Little Anakin, little Ahsoka, guarding everything. And I'm going to have to pop the phone out here to show you the bottom stuff because it's a bit awkward because of the bed. But we've got some more stuff down below here. We got a PlayStation controller holder there, Miles Morales, which I can't really use because it's in a tight little spot. And just a couple of little box sets I couldn't fit anywhere else. PS5, my Nintendo Switch, which I use all the time. Sorry guys, camera angle's a bit hard to do here. Amplifier, CD player, got a PS4, which I don't really use much anymore. PS2, and yeah, my PS5 camera there, which I've used once. I need to do another gaming live stream, I really do. Maybe I'll make that a priority to try and do soon. So yeah, that's all of that. And then of course, oh god, the lighting went awful there. Wow. And then of course my little game stand here. The Nintendo games are all a bit messy. But yes, I've got my Nintendo games. Wow, what is up with this lighting? Let's do that. Wow. Got my Nintendo games. You know, we got Mario Kart, we've got Zelda, some Pokemon, Minecraft. I just buy Minecraft on anything. PS5 games, newly released, playing this one at the minute. But then the best one I've played so far on my PS5 would be Miles Morales. And then we got some PS4 games just down below as well. quite a few PS4 games. And right down the bottom there, we got some PS2 and one PC, The Old Republic, which is a great game. Okay, then, here we go. The tripod wants to work. There we are. So then, moving on, more posters. We have Predator, Jurassic Park. The Predator one, I like Predator a lot. I can definitely think of better films to have a poster up of, but I just love this poster so much, so it stays there. My lava lamp. My Negan Lucille baseball bat, which I made myself. This is really cool, really heavy duty. And it's cool to have something in here that I made myself. And every now and then I'll just pick it up and start walking around doing Negan quotes. Like, little pig, let me in. So, yeah, I love doing that. And then, pop that back. We'll come back to Grogu. We'll come back to the Star Wars corner of the room. The Blu-rays. I'm not going to spend too much time on these because I do complete Blu-ray collection videos at the start of every year. So, yeah. Got some more TV shows. Westworld, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Got my Marvel section, which, you know, is the new popular thing to hate at the minute. Go figure, it's popular. What else we got? We got some DC, Star Wars. Look at how cool the Star Wars Blu-rays look now. It was so messy before I got these 4Ks. We've got the TV shows for Star Wars as well. Clone Wars, Rebels. We've got some Star Trek, Predator. Loads of action films there. We've got some Rocky. Lots of really, really cool stuff. Bring the camera in so you guys can just, if you want to pause and have a look through some of them, you're more than welcome to. But as I say, there'll be a video on my Blu-ray collection at the start next year. I'll just pull out some of my favourite things I've got in here. Oh yeah, that's definitely one of the best things in my collection. Also, I've got these made up for the Godzilla Criterion. A couple cases just to hold the discs. But yeah, and got some nice horror stuff in here as well now. Halloween box set. In fact, what I'll do is I will take the camera off for this. And I'll just let you guys have a little pan down it all. Because there's a lot of really cool movies here, you know. These are all the best of the best. Hang on. Apologies for the terrible handiwork. Some Disney stuff here. And then down here is my book collection of Star Wars. These are the novels. I'd highly recommend reading these if you're a Star Wars fan. Some of my personal favourites are Dooku, Jedi Lost, Dark Disciple, Catalyst, Tarkin, anything with Thrawn, especially the first one that came out, which is just called Thrawn. Yeah, some really, really cool stuff. And there's just some CDs on the bottom, which I don't use CDs anymore. I have a CD player still, but I also have an aux lead, which I forgot to show. So I like playing records because there's a novelty to it. With CDs, I'd just rather put my phone in. It's just easier. So CDs are something I used to have a lot of, but I've got rid of a lot of them. So, got my chair where I sit and do my videos. My teddy bear, which I got the day I was born. This guy has been with me my entire life, so he will always stay with me. He's looking old, but he's good, he's good. Let me move the chair out so it's not in the way. And we'll start at the top again. Grogu, looking over my room. I do wake up in the night and he scares the shit out of me sometimes because I forget he's there still. But he's cool. Got to have a little Grogu in my room. You got to, if you're a Star Wars fan. My prequel wall here with Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and the masterpiece that is Revenge of the Sith. I know some people aren't huge on the prequels, and that's fair. I get it. But, you know, I've got to understand I grew up with the prequels. I love them. And I'd take them over the sequel trilogy any day of the week. My lightsaber here from Saberforge. This had to be imported. It was hand built for me. It's Dooku's, of course, which is my favourite hilt from Star Wars. The wonderful Christopher Lee. This was not cheap. This is the most expensive item in my room. It's fully metal. You can also hit people with it if you really wanted to. I don't know if it's got any charge in it. no would be the answer to that. So that's something for me to do. I'll put this on charge after the video. But yeah, I mean, you guys have probably seen the video where I actually opened this and talked about it. Because this has come up a couple times down my channel. But this is the coolest item in my room, without a doubt. So yeah, and I will be getting another one next year at some point. I was going to get it this Christmas, but being in lockdown for so long, I booked like 2-3 holidays. So I'm paying them off at the minute, so I can't get another lightsaber just yet, but there will be another one at some point. Anyway, let's come down to the Blu-rays. So there's sort of a split, a divide here. This is sort of carrying on with this collection. The Blu-rays sort of come, other than these box sets along the top, the Blu-rays sort of come along to here, and they go down, they go along to here, and then they go down. You get the gist. But up here there are a couple box sets. We got Bond. The only thing in my collection that's being hidden is behind here. You can take that away. And my Harry Potter box set is there, the Hogwarts collection. I sort of flip-flop which one's out and show out Bond and Harry Potter. I have a Fellini set, Charlie Chaplin, Bong Joon-ho, and Mr. Alfred Hitchcock there. And then, of course, just more Blu-rays there. Going in with the collection, we've got some highlights. The Alien set, really nice. Although I'm sure there'll be a 4K one soon, I'll have to upgrade. Indiana Jones 4K, really nice set. And a wonderful gift, actually, that one from Mr. Alex Pitt. And yeah, just a lot of really cool stuff. Again, I'll pull the camera closer. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, just a lot of really cool movies there again. You know, as I say, I don't think there's really too many bad movies here. Most of this stuff is really, really good stuff. Down the bottom here, we've got a couple DVD sets. We've got The Office, the American one, The Way to Watch It, In-Betweeners, Primeval, and some documentaries here. And right down the bottom, here, let me come down with you guys. Couple more Star Wars novels here, the smaller ones. These are still canon novels, not legends. So these will still happen. There's a lot of High Republic stuff here, which of course is an era of Star Wars we're just getting into. Some more CDs down there, some Blu-rays. Couple other Star Wars novels here, which I've just run out of room for, so just sort of sitting there at the minute. Sarah Jane Adventures. Here it is, Doctor Who, season 1 through 7. The best era of the show. Only Fools and Horses. And my magnificent Clint Eastwood box set, which I need to continue making my way through. But then we're coming back up. Because we've got to look at the collection wall. So this is one of my favourite parts of my room. I think a lot of people who watch my channel will really enjoy this section of my room because there's a lot of variety here. So this is my collection wall where I have my Arrow Video, my Criterions, my HMV Premiums, my Disney Animated, and Pixar numbered slips. So I think Arrow is my favourite range because there's so many fun movies in Arrow. Even though I do think Criterion tends to have the better films, I think Arrow is just more fun. And it's a lot more diverse, and you get a lot more, a bit more of a variety of different films. This is my favourite set. I think I have. The Mangin, I think is how you say it. This is a really beautiful set. It's like the lid just sort of pops off. Got all the films in there. Really cool. I have both the Gamera sets, obviously. Some other nice ones. The Battle Royale set, one of my favourites. You know, I bought this set on a whim. I hadn't seen Battle Royale. Watched it. My favourite foreign film. I absolutely love it. Tremors, personal favourite of mine. And then we just got some other really cool ones. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, what a movie. American Werewolf in London. Candyman, The Thing, Big Trouble in Little China, Heathers, Matinee, Mr. Jamie Powell, if you're watching, for you. I know you like that one. Really good film. If my aunt's boyfriend's watching, With Now and I, another really good one. And then, of course, the Criterion Collection. There's a couple in here I haven't watched, but I'm nearly up to date with watching all my Criterions. One of my favourites here is A Night to Remember, the original Titanic movie. What other ones we've got here? We've got a lot of Wes Anderson. Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. Portrait of a Lady on Fire, really, really good title. And then some really nice packaging here on some of them. The Before Trilogy, this is an awesome set. And my favourite film in this range is the Grand Budapest Hotel. And I like that they've sort of started doing some Netflix films as well. I keep hoping they're going to do The Five Bloods. But, example of a Netflix film I loved, Marriage Story. And then, yeah, as I say, we've got the premiums as well. A lot of great stuff here as well. Some of my favourites. Forbidden Planet. Love that movie. Little Shop of Horrors. We got The Shining here as well. The original King Kong. A Scanner Darkly, Blow. Chinatown. Clockwork Orange. This is a great movie by Stanley Kubrick. Casablanca. Mighty Joe Young's one I really enjoyed. Full Metal Jacket, Barry Lyndon. So yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff here. And then just below, let me pan the camera down a bit. We have the Disney section. All of the Disney classic animated films here, numbered from 1 all the way through to 58 with Raya and The Last Dragon. So yeah, really, really cool. Lot of fantastic titles here, you know, The Lion King, Aladdin, Peter Pan, Jungle Book, a lot of really cool stuff. And then just below that, on this shelf underneath, which I had to make up, but it's pretty cool. I've got this here to put my drinks on when I'm filming. Down here, we've got more of the Disneys, of course, going up to Raya, and then the Pixars. And it goes right to the end. It's completely full up. So the next time I had a Criterion, a Premium, an Arrow, anything, I don't know what I'm going to do. It is literally full now. And I don't like to pack them tight either. I like to leave them a bit of wiggle so I can pull them out easy and it don't look messy. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, some great titles there as well. Of course, Toy Story, Finding Nemo, WALL-E, Ratatouille, Coco. So yeah. And then underneath. Let me pull this down. Let's do it like this. Underneath is my kind of box set corner. Which is all music related, more or less. Let me pull the camera over here so you can see me a bit. Hello. Got like every studio album from Pink Floyd other than their last one, which I have on vinyl over there. But I didn't really like the album much anyway. Beatles, every album in there's a CD. Paul McCartney, I got a few of his archive box sets. They got silly expensive, so I sort of gave up collecting them. But the Ram one is really nice, and I love that album. Got Keen box set, some John Lennon, of course, very classy looking sets. 2 George Harrison sets, Electric Light Orchestra, Dire Straits, Phil Collins. And then down the bottom here, Cream vinyl box set, couple Clapton ones. Tom Petty is in the big red one, which looks ugly. I hate the design of this set. Another Tom Petty one there. Some more John Lennon here. And then we got Beatles, White Album, and Abbey Road's 50th anniversary. Really want to get the Let It Be one. I'll get it eventually, I'm sure. Beatles vinyl box set and the George Harrison vinyl box set on the end there, which is really beautiful. One of the best things in my room, actually. So, bring the camera back up. Here we go. We're nearly done. So, let me put the chair, my teddy back, or else he's going to be in the way again. So now, pull the camera around, up here, cupboard, very boring. Got a little light up here, which I think still works. Yep. It is the Death Star. Got a little space lamp here as well, and I do use that genuinely nearly every night. The remote is just over here. So I put that on the floor, turn it on, shoots lights up into the sky, and I've got all these colourful swirls going on in my room at night when I watch movies. And it's really great because I have that going, my lava lamp, and the lights behind my TV, so I can proper just chill, relax at night with a movie. Because while watching a movie is great, it's all about the experience for me, and having all these extra lights and stuff going on really just makes me feel comfortable and stuff, and it's great. Keep my hats up there as well. And my Stormtrooper hat. Don't really wear that one much, if you can believe it. But it's on a really cool stand as well, which is a custom-made one. Which is really pointless, because you can't see it, because the helmet's on the stand, and it's on top of my cupboard. Really cool Imperial designed helmet stand. So, that's there as well. My original Trilogy poster. I love this. Ryan keeps telling me to get matching posters for the original Trilogy to match my prequel ones. And I kind of get it, but I absolutely adore this poster. So I've kept this one for the minute. And then over here, Clone Wars poster and a Rebels poster. Yeah, so it's really, really, really cool there. And yeah, the last thing's really I have to show. Cupboard, there's not really much going on in here. It's all a mess, to be honest. I got my Mac. I got this in here, which is my carrier case for my Switch. But it also has all my Switch games in, charging lead and all that mumbo jumbo stuff. So I do have that in there. My watches, because I do actually collect a few watches as well. Aside from everything else I need to collect. And in this cupboard here, I will pull out just two things to show you which I keep in my cupboard. One of them, it's kind of sad, but I like doing it. Ryan does this as well. So in here, I've got my cinema tickets. Oh. Yeah, so it starts off with The Force Awakens there, from 2015. And I kind of like flicking through here sometimes, just go through Jumanji, the next level, I'm guessing that one is. Charlie's Angels, yeah, I went to see that. Jojo Rabbit. A few from this year, we got Cruella. So, yeah, I think it's just really fun. In the Heights, Space Jam, Black Widow. So, yeah, it's just really fun to collect these. The last one in here was The Eternals. Really good film, by the way. It is a good film. Last Night in Soho. And tonight I'll be adding Ghostbusters Afterlife to it. So, yeah, very, very exciting. Now I've got my little Cineworld thing there because I am a member. And the last thing I'll show you, which I pulled out of my cupboard. And I was really gutted I couldn't go to this yesterday, because there was one on yesterday and I had a ticket, but I just ran out of money and I couldn't afford it. Comic-Con. In here is my autograph book, which I absolutely love, and I do very much plan on filling it up. I'm going to keep going to the Comic-Cons. In here I've got, starts off with Doctor Who. I've got David Bradley there, played the first Doctor in the Pete Capaldi special. And Mr. Tom Baker, 6th Doctor, 7th Doctor, 8th Doctor, Jackie. It's not all Doctor Who, don't worry. That guy from New Doctor Who, I can't remember his name already. The Master, Mr. John Sims. Some of them don't let you do photos, but if I could get a photo, I would. I met Moneypenny from James Bond, but I got to sign a Sarah Jane picture. Sort of wish I'd done a Moneypenny picture now. Mr. Ian McDermott, Palpatine, it's me getting something signed. This guy from Star Wars, Andy Serkis. This one here I actually bought. I didn't get it personally signed. Joffrey. Charles Dance. Met Bronn. Met this guy. Forget his name. Some Black's House. Mr. Toby Stevens there. The guy who played Billy, who's now in Umbrella Academy. Walking Dead guy. And, oh, what's his name? The guy from The World's End. I can't think of his name. The one in the middle. Eddie Marson or something like that. And then there's just a couple other bits in here. Like I keep, when we go to the cinema, if we get posters. I got an Eternals one the other day. Ron's Gone Wrong. I haven't even seen that movie. Dune. There's like a 5-set Infinity Saga one there. Some Jurassic Parks. So yeah, just any sort of movie poster I get from the cinema goes in there. But yeah, there we go. That's the room tour. Wow, it's a long video. Gonna try and get this one up quick because of course the next episode of Doctor Who is tonight. So I want to get a review for that up. And as I say, I'm seeing Ghostbusters, so I'm going to want to review that movie as well. So it's going to be a busy couple of days on the channel, which is very cool because I have been a bit absent because of my holiday. But there we go, guys. Room tour 2021. I hope you liked it. I've really enjoyed filming it. It's been great. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Been a pleasure. Been a blast. Love you all. And yeah, I'll see you next time for another video. Bye-bye.